everyone, welcome back to today's episode. So today I'll be showing you how to decorate a birthday cake. Yes, so if you're a beginner and you do not have any idea of how to decorate a cake, this video is for you. So let's get started. So you will need your turntable, your cake board, your palette knife, your scraper, your cake. Yes, of course, your cake. Then you need your icing or frosting. Yes, so today I'll be using whipped cream. Yes, so if you want to know how this whipped cream is made, kindly check the link in my description box. You'll see. Yes, so what I'll do now is I want to color this cream. I want to change it to cream color. I'll be using my yellow acabado color to color this. So I'll just take a little amount, not too much, very light, something small. Because this one is thick, some of the acabado color, when they come, some of them are a little bit like liquidy, not too liquidy though, but some are thicker. So I don't know why they've done them like that. So you just pick a little amount, then you spread it on your palette knife. Yes, you have to spread it on your palette knife so that it can easily spread out when you are spraying it on your cake. So what I'll just do now is to go in and mix. So another thing too is that the reason why we are mixing is to remove any excess air bubble we had from mixing, and also it's all the icing has been staying in our fridge for like 20 minutes after being made. So what we are just doing now, we are going in to whip it up so that it can come back to the way we can be able to use it to frost. I don't know if you get. So we need a cream color. Yes, so I'm done. So what I'll just do now is to show you how it looks like. So this is it. This is our cream color, not too deep, just something very light. Yes. So what I'll do now is to take my cake. So I want to put it in a way you can see. Yeah. So if you want to know how I made this cake, this is my vanilla cake, and I have my red velvet cake. Actually, I have 2 videos on how to make your red velvet cake and 2 videos on how to make your vanilla cake. So what I'll just do now is to scrape. So what I'll do now is to set this aside. Then I'll go in with my icing, just a little amount. You do not need too much. Just a little amount. So I'll take my cake. The cake got broken when I was actually trying to remove it from my rack. Yes, so it is cool. It's a cool cake. It has been cooling for like 4 hours outside on my countertop. So actually this recipe, the reason why I like this vanilla recipe is that you do not need to scrape anything because it's already leveled out. So what I'll just do now is to take enough icing. I don't normally use too much icing. So I'm able to work it out not to use too much icing, and most of my customers actually appreciate that. So that is my own take. I do not actually use too much icing. Yes. So what I'll do now is to scrape my red velvet. For the red velvet, you have to scrape because it has a hip. It has hipped. Yes, so I don't need this. So I'm setting it aside. So just to scrape it. Scrape. So what I'll do now is to just pick my cake and put it on top, just like this. I'm going to set all this aside. So, yes. So at this point, you can eyeball to see if the top layer has stayed on the bottom layer well. If it's on it very well, you can check. Yes. So it's okay. So what I'll just do now is to take a thin layer. So I'm coming to crumb coat. Crumb coating is a process of applying a thin layer of icing on your cake. Just a very thin layer, not stick, a thin layer on your cake. More like you are patching something. You are patching something up. So that's what I'm doing. Just watch and learn. Yes, so just a thin layer of icing. Yes. Then you go in with your palette knife and scrape. So if there's any hole, you patch it up. Yes, you go in again with your palette knife. That is it. So I'm bringing out the excess. I'll just scrape it at the top. Yes. Actually, you don't need too much icing to do this. You don't need too much icing to do this. That's why when I started, I told you if you've not done it before, you can be able to do it. Yes, because there's not too much to it. Just watch and learn. Yes, so that is it. Yes, so that is it. So what I'll do now is to pop this in my freezer for 30 minutes. I need it to firm up so that when I'm applying my next layer or my final layer, it can be able to be easy for me to work with. You understand? Yes, so what I'm doing now is to just take it and pop it in my freezer. Yes, so what I'll do now is to put my whipped cream back into the fridge. Yes, so you need it to go back into the fridge. Yeah. So what I'll just do now is to wait. So I'll pause the video, then I'll come back, then we'll continue. Okay. Yes, so this after 30 minutes. Yes, so all I'll just do now is to bring back everything. So what you still do is take your palette knife to whip up your icing because of excess air bubbles. You don't want too much air bubbles. You want a smooth icing to work with. Yes. So for this part, you have to just watch and follow. So I'm taking, usually I do not normally like to use a lot of icing. So I'm able to use a little amount of icing to still be able to achieve my final work. So what I'll do now is to just take this little amount and apply. Yes, so like you can see from when I started, I'll be taking small amount of the icing. Yeah, just a little amount, not too much. Just a little amount. Then you spread it out. A little amount you spread, a little amount you spread. That's all you'll be doing. So you have to work fast. When it comes to whipped cream, you have to work fast. For buttercream, you can relax. But when it comes to whipped cream, you have to work very fast. So as you can see, I'm applying it in a circular motion. Yes, so what I'll do is I'll take my scraper, my bench scraper. This is a plastic bench scraper. This is what I'm using. I'll take my scraper and just, so watch what I'm doing. You bring it to this side. Look at it. Not too close. Then you use with the aid of your turning table, you scrape. So you continue. Remember, we didn't apply too much icing. So you should scrape gently so that you wouldn't scrape off all your cake. So everywhere that has hole or the cake is showing, all I'll just do is to go back and apply my icing on it. Yes, that's all you do. Yes, so I'm doing it for the last time. So you just go in and scrape. So that's it. So what I'll just do now, normally you need this place to be smooth. So usually what I do is, or I just clean. So I do this, or I just clean with a clean cloth, is to go in and scrape like that. Go in and scrape out the excess on top. Just for you to have a clean. Yes, so that is it. So what I'm going to do now is to put this back into my fridge for it to chill before I continue. So this is what I'll be working with. So what you will do now is to use your scraper to just scrape this out. Yes, before you go in and use a clean cloth. So all you just do is to take the clean cloth, because you need your board to be clean. You don't need to work with a dirty board. You need your board to be very clean. Yeah. Yes. So this is a drip I usually use if I don't have a drip. What I normally do is that I make my own. So you can check the link in the description box to see how to make your own chocolate drip, or you can buy this. Yes. So what I'll just do now is to shake, because it has been sitting down for a long time. So just shake. Then what I'll just do now is to drip. Yeah, I'll just drip. So if you can't afford this because this is quite expensive, just create your own chocolate drip. I have a video on how to make your chocolate drip and also a video on how to make your colored drip. So depending on the color you want to go for, you just do your own drip and you're good to go. Yes, so this is it. So what will happen now is that it will just drip down. It will drip down. Yes. So the next thing I'll be doing is I'm actually doing this for a customer. So this is what the person requested for. So what I'll just do now is to use this my sprinkles. Let me pour it for you to see. These chocolate sprinkles to just go down the borders. Yeah. So I'm doing this to beat time whilst my icing is in the fridge. I'm doing this. Yes, so this is it. Isn't this looking beautiful already? Like I said earlier, this is actually for a customer. Yes, this is a customer's order. So what I will do now is to set this aside and go back for my icing. Yeah, so this is my piping bag. So all I will just do now is to fetch or scoop some of the icing into my I don't usually use cup. This is how I usually do it, especially when I'm working very fast. I don't want to waste time. This is how I usually do it. Yes, so I'll set this aside. Then I'll then so you need to press it to remove any air trying to penetrate. Something like this. Then you pull it down, then you turn it. So what I'm just going to do now is to create some spiral. So I just hold it like this. It's not enough, so I'll just continue to do. Yes, so this is okay. So this is okay. So what I'll do now is to set this aside. Yes, so this is my whipped cream. Actually, I made this chocolate whipped cream and I set it in the fridge. So I'll be using it for my writing. And this is the thing I use for writing. Yes, this is what I usually use for writing. So all I'll just do now is to whip it up. Yes, so all I'll just do now is to scoop. Yes, it's okay now. So all I'll just do now is to put in, let me clean this and get back. Yeah, so this is it. So I'm going to try it out. It's coming out well. Okay. So I'll set this aside. So we're just writing happy birthday. So when you're writing, you have to make sure the consistency you're using is on point. Yeah, so I also have a video on how to make your whipped cream. So once you made your whipped cream, you once you bring it out from the fridge, you whip it up, then you are good to go. Yeah. Yes. So this is it. So I'll just draw some lines to add some beauty. Yes. Yes. So this is it. What do you think, guys? What do you think? Yes. So that is what it's all about. Yes. So this is our final cake. Yes. So this cake can meet for a birthday cake, it can be for an anniversary cake, any celebration at all. Yes, this cake can go for it. So I just want to thank you so much for watching today's episode. Please don't forget to like this video, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to hit the notification bell below so that whenever I upload a new video, you'll be the first to be notified. Please don't forget that one day at a time is the best. Till meet in our next video, please stay safe and bye.